just chill out for a second. I'm going to go over to YouTube and see what's going on over there.
It was a wild week, dude. We got some bangers, dude.
I perused and just looked at a few. I was like, that's interesting. That's interesting. I was like, I don't want to know too much.
Yeah, you got to watch it as you go, but bangers, dude. Bangers.
I also, for the Wheel of Doom, I added like a little arrow at the top so people know where the video lands.
It's evolving.
It's slowly but surely evolving. I got some other updates in the background that we're going to be doing. People, like, occasionally in the comments, there's some good suggestions. And so I take note.
We listen to the people.
When there's things that I can do, like improve the wheel, like by adding like UI stuff, I can do that. The not sucking and trying harder, maybe. We're working on it.
Well, if they say that, they shouldn't even be.
I know. Well, we try our best. I did try to include one like Independence Day kind of video, one 4th of July kind of video, just because it's that time of year.
It is that time of year. We celebrate our freedoms with Palantir.
Well, they keep track of our freedoms of what we can and can't have.
Yes, I'm in.
All right, it's about time. I think we're coming up on it.
I think we should just get to it.
All right,
just bring the danger. We're exploding with excitement. Just bring it.
Here we go.
The strange, the bizarre, the funny, and the sad. In a world of algorithmic nightmares, these are the stories you find when you scroll too long. All the facts, all the absurdity, none of the fluff. This is Doomscrollin with your hosts, Sam Tripoli and Midnight Mike.
Sam Tripoli, what's up, Sam?
Yes. Yes. Where has the week gone? It goes so fast when you're doing nothing but doom scrolling. We're going to let people get in here, then we're going to start. Because dude, by the time you're done with this show, you will have at least a bachelor's in conspiracy. I guarantee you that. You're going to be able to go to whatever 4th of July you're going, party, pool party, beach, whatever. And you're going to be able to make everybody really uncomfortable with the truth drop bombs you're about to drop. And we're going to just get into it, dude. There's so much action-packed. We don't have time for talking.
Go.
Spin the wheel, dude.
Sam Tripoli, what's up, Sam?
There we go.
There we go.
The little Tim Pool coming at you. All right, here we go. We're going to just get into it. Add the
get
wheel.
Into it. We have so many videos. We don't have time to lollygag and chit-chat.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Wheel of
Does anyone remember this woman, Alyssa Heinerschneid? She was the VP at Bud Light who left the company after publicly slandering Bud Light customers as too fratty. This was amid the whole Dylan Mulvaney backlash. Well, Alyssa has found new employment. She is now on the business operations team of the Live Golf Tour, the league that employs the likes of Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka. Could ya get any frattier than that? It's also incredibly entertaining to see a woke woman who includes pronouns in her LinkedIn profile go and work for a league run by a country operating on the basis of Sharia law.
Bam. Coming out.
At the end, it's all BS. The only one that would take her are the House of Saud. I want to give a shout out to Donut. He's in the comment section, so you know we're doing well when the celebrities are already here. Man, yeah. Let's get into it, dude.
I wonder what salary she got, though. I mean, that's the big question. Like, how much was she willing to sacrifice her soul, if she did at all, for what salary? That's what really counts.
Well, you know that the House of Saud probably pays women a little less, so it's not doing well. After you torpedoed the American brand, it's not everybody's knocking down your door to hire you.
Yeah, True. Okay. All right.
Wow, that was only 150 points.
It wasn't a
already
lot of
behind.
points. Yeah.
Dude, my God, the wheel is not patriotic right now.
No, it's not. All right, come on, Wheel. Let's give us a little bit more. Come on, let's do it.
Give us something.
I'm exposing one paid protester for every 100 followers I get. So the last reel got 200 followers. So here's the proof for 2 more protesters. So when I went to the last Tesla protest, this guy was telling every protester not to do an interview with me. So obviously he was being paid to be that insane. Here's him freaking out at Grand Central Station. Here's him calling to vaccinate the world. And here's him supporting I don't even know what. You know the worst part about this guy? He could be teaching your child. That's right. He's a professor of health sciences at Touro University in New York. So who did he signal for help? Another paid protester. More specifically, his teammate. Here's her standing right in front of the college professor at a completely different protest. Here's her at another protest. And another. My name is Nate Friedman, and follow me if you want to see more of these guys exposed.
Yes, Nate Friedman, doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work. Yeah, you know that, dude. I mean, this whole protest, it's all let you see the power of propaganda. The only people going to these protests are the people who watch CNN and MSNBC.
Once again, how much are they getting paid? How much
are they getting? Are they strong men getting $3,000 no matter what?
And is this also a sliding scale where the women don't get paid as much as the men protesters?
No, you got to pay chicks more for that because they're more annoying.
Yeah, and are you paying older people less than hot young women? Like, what is like? They have to have a breakdown of this. It's almost like a casting call. You pay for a better cast. That's just the way it is. So
yeah,
I'd like to see that.
Imagine being a young chick that's been doing it for a while, and that age cutoff is just hurling at you like it's like Children of the Corn.
Yeah, you're just taking money. It's like an old porn star. They do it, and they're not getting paid as what they once did, but, you know, a gig's a gig.
I need money.
Okay. Yeah, they need money, dude. That was a great video. That guy's doing the Lord's work. Thank you. Next, spin the wheel. Oh, that got us even less points.
It didn't get us a lot of points. The wheel's not being kind.
The wheel is just ridiculous. That was a great video.
It was a good video.
The wheel is getting sassy. Uh-oh. Oh, so close. You want to get that
We've just arrived in the colonies because there was some bitching over a tiny 3% tax. Not that big a deal, but whatever. This shit'll be easy.
What the actual fuck? Where the hell are they? Unless they're lined up 10 feet in front of me wearing bright blue uniforms, I can't see them. These guys are such assholes. What kind of a dickhead doesn't line up in a straight line and patiently take turns shooting one another?
Sir, these colonials are worse than gonorrhea. They hide behind trees and pick us off while we pass through single file wearing bright red. And you would know, Corporal, even though we're the superpower of the world, we still don't know how to counter this ingenious tactic of hiding behind trees.
God damn, we've been here 8 years and are just getting our shit pushed in. These boys weren't kidding. They really do hate taxes.
Okay, this is our last stand. We may have a chance if we just... Nope. Shit. Never mind, those ass-smelling French are here. I'm here in place of Cornwallis, because apparently he's really sick today, to deliver terms of surrender to that giant stud right there.
That was a great video.
There we go.
It might be too early for video today, but keep that in mind.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's a pretty good one.
Hey, and they gave some points. They gave some points on the board.
What are we at? What are we at? I mean, I know what we're at, but I just want to see if I'm correct on my Wheel of Doom math that only you and I understand.
Yeah. It's a secret.
Let's see what the points are.
We did pretty good there. And there's a little video to honor the Independence Day, 4th of July, coming up here, people. So there we go. All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Big points. No whammies, dude. That was like a 300-pointer.
Yeah, it was.
My math was correct.
Yeah.
On today's episode of Random White Acts of Danger, we have unnecessary aerial, whatever this is. I know one thing, though. Marching for air, you guessed it. Death, immediately, Red Bull. Yeah, nowhere in sight. So why? Strictly for vibes. And I know you probably sitting there like, oh, hold on. What's the goal of this? Well, she got out the harness. Now she's going to be moving and grooving down to the bottom, hanging on for dear motherfucking life while he be vibing and sliding through the gusts of wind just because they special white breeds. There's no other explanation. I mean, look at this. There's no extra harness rope, no nothing. Just imagine a hawk or an eagle, one of them big motherfuckers like, hold on, that look like some bait and prey. Now you the fish, caught, dropped. I've seen the videos on National Geographic. They be dropping goats from 300 plus. You ain't nothing. I swear to God, a goat weigh more than you. And I'm just imagining you guys probably date. And if this is what you guys do in your free time, I have no thoughts or want to know what type of freaky ass shit y'all be doing together. Y'all probably be like fucking on the edge of buildings and shit. Unbelievable. And it's like, where are your parents at? I just know they like,
what is the purpose
like, y'all doing
of
what?
this?
The fuck? And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I am impressed. Fear is nothing to you, and obviously death isn't either, because I know God is looking down like, maybe I should have took a little bit longer creating the fear factor of her, because the fuck? Just imagine. I'll take, like I said, one bad gust of wind. Look at that.
Yeah, right there.
It was almost over, just right there.
Yeah.
Y'all way too trustworthy. What the fuck is happening? This sport right here is already dangerous. I've seen it where y'all be like hanging from the ceiling, almost like 80 feet in the air. You said,
We can kind of pause it right there.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've done it. That's a crazy video. More things called When White People Are Bored.
This feels like she wasn't getting enough traction on her OnlyFans. And so like, okay, we got to do this. This is going to take us to the next level. Obviously, it's like what we're watching for people listening at home. We're watching like this rope dangling work where this woman is dangling below a paraglider. And this is the kind of stuff you'd see in like a circus. But they're doing it like 1,000 feet above the earth. It's only for clicks. You'd probably would see this on America's Got Talent and would be buzzed off because it's not that compelling, other than the fact she can die, and that's it.
It's basically like everyone's doing sexy. How can I be different on OnlyFans? Let me do near death.
Yes, this is
beyond Faces of Death. You remember the old video from way back in the day?
Yeah,
that was a classic. We were so naive back then.
Yeah, fooled and fooled no matter what. But you're right. This is like there's nothing really even sexy about this. Like they think it is.
Her crotch is so far away from the camera, we can't even see it.
We don't even know if it's a girl or not. We see long hair, you know. We assume certain things. We don't know.
It seems like trans stuff to me.
They could have fooled us again. Another Faces of Death.
These trans are like iPhones. They're just getting slicker and slicker.
Oh, boy. We did get some big points off that, though.
We're at big points.
520 points.
Apparently, the Wheel of Doom likes redheads.
Apparently. And it's not gender specific. Just any redhead will do
he
for the wheel.
Care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what they got down there. Let's go.
Here we go.
The Wheel of Doom, a hole to hole.
We have gotten so used to the lie. The truth is uncomfortable. Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like, that's great that happens.
You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing.
That was all the producers, the musicians, the designers, who was all out to Hollywood, who was all out to New York.
A lot of black eyes.
A lot of black eyes.
Oh, yeah, the Pope got black eye, too.
All lies will be exposed.
Oh, but his nose got jacked.
Then the real Hollywood came. They would come to us and they would tell us about vanity and losing your mind in Hollywood and be careful. And they came back from Hollywood to try and expand us. And they sat us down and went, you ain't gonna believe what we saw.
Yup.
Oh,
yup. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it's getting more and more obvious. The old gods want to come out and play. Hey, guys, have you listened to any of my books? You don't want to know if we read your books, Max Meeks? No, put some links into the bottom. Maybe the Doomers will check them out for sure. I'm reading a great book right now on Alexander II. It is crazy, dude. These Russian czars just murked each other. Didn't matter who you were, brother, father, mother, baby. Dude, they murked a baby, dude. They sent a baby to jail. A newborn baby went to jail.
For what? What did it do?
Just being a baby, dude.
Wow. It's hard to defend against that.
Yeah, it's very, and he lived his whole life in jail. And he's like, why am I here? Like, what did I do? Man, you got a cold heart when you're just murking babies, dude.
Well, that baby
big hog on that
a
one.
Crappy attorney, I would imagine.
Yeah, he's talking about our flying trans friend. Probably had a big one. That's gotta suck when your girlfriend's bigger than you. That's why you go Asian, dog. All right, spin the wheel.
Let's do it. We're gonna go spin the wheel right now. Here we go.
Wheel of
Oh no.
Oh, so
almost
close.
a golden video.
You may remember learning about the Pythagorean theorem in school and the millions of times you've used it since then. What you may not know is that the man behind that theorem was an absolute lunatic. Pythagoras, born around 570 BCE, was an enigmatic figure in ancient Greece and gathered a large number of followers who adhered to his belief in sacred numbers. He established a cult of Pythagoreanism that believed in reincarnation and held a very strict system of daily rituals and dietary behaviors. One of these rules was that beans were absolutely off limits to consume, as Pythagoras believed that they had souls. By the age of 60, Pythagoras had established a cult of over 1,000 followers, all of which believed that their leader was the son of a god who possessed mystical powers. In 495 BCE, the Pythagoreans were attacked while at their meeting house, and their home was burned. Many of the cult members died, but a few, including Pythagoras, managed to escape. No one knows exactly what happened to Pythagoras, but it is believed that he and the rest of his followers died from starvation while in hiding. He would have been around 75 years old.
Oh, yeah, you can't live in the forest at 75. You can't be hunting rabbits at 75.
Not after like living it up as a leader of a cult. It's a tough transition at any age, let alone when you're 75. I didn't know all that stuff. What an interesting little piece of history there.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna get your bachelor's in conspiracy by the end of this video, at the end of this show. The most educational show on the internet. An hour and a half of pure action-packed knowledge.
At the bare minimum, a GED, you know?
Yeah, and GED chicks are hotter, let's face it. Anyway, real quick.
Yeah.
Where can they find you, Midnight?
Oh, they can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com, or you can just search YouTube for OBDM or any other podcasting platform. It's all there. It's all happening.
If you're feeling sassy, and I know you are, just go to samtripoli.com, guys, and check out my dates. I got a lot of new dates coming out. Bang, 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 pow. I got a newsletter that's about to be out, so you just got to get on the newsletter.
What's in your newsletter?
It's going to be just how fun life is, all the stuff going on in my life.
Oh, I'll sign up for that. That sounds pretty cool.
Thank you, dude. All the videos are out, all the new specials I'm cranking out, you know, how many kids I have, everything. It's going to be it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I'm looking for some news, and that sounds like the place to look.
Perfect. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's spin the wheel.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes.
I don't know. I
this
would.
is the craziest video.
I would.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit
Should
in this.
the human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But I also would. I also would like us to radically solve these problems,
right.
and so it's always, I don't know.
What is the problems?
Yeah, transhumanism is this the ideal was this radical transformation where your human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body. And there's a critique of, let's say, the trans people in a sexual context, or I don't know, transvestite is someone who changes their clothes and cross dresses, and a transsexual is someone where you change your penis into a vagina. And we can then debate how well those surgeries work. But we want more transformation than that. The critique is not that it's weird and unnatural. It's so pathetically little. And okay, we want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organs. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind and change your whole body. And then Orthodox Christianity, by the way, the critique Orthodox Christianity has of this is these things don't go far enough. Like that transhumanism is just changing your body, but you also need to transform your soul, and you need to transform your whole self. And so,
right. But the other wait. I generally agree with what I think is your belief that religion should be a friend to science and ideas of scientific progress. I think any idea of divine providence has to encompass the fact that we have progressed and achieved and done things that would have been unimaginable to our ancestors. But it still also seems like, the promise of Christianity in the end is you get the perfected body and the perfected soul through God's grace. And the person who tries to do it on their own with a bunch of machines is likely to end up as a dystopian character.
Well, it's...
I mean, coming from a dystopian character, look at that dude.
Let's articulate this.
And you can have a heretical form of Christianity, that says something else.
I don't know. I think the
that.
word nature does not occur once in the Old Testament, and so if you
I mean, unbelievable.
And there is a word a sense in which the way I understand the Judeo-Christian inspiration is. It is about transcending nature. It is about overcoming things. And
where is that, dude?
And the closest thing you can say
I don't know if
to nature is that people are fallen, and that's the natural thing in a Christian sense. Is
coming
that
from a guy with a skin mask
you're messed up, and that's true. But there's some ways that with God's help, you are supposed to transcend that and overcome that.
Dude, that is the craziest video I've ever seen in my life. And we just saw a chick doing pole work in the sky.
That is true.
I forgot about that video. That's how crazy this video was.
So for people listening at home, that was Peter Thiel in his hour and a half long interview where he talks about the Antichrist, technology, humanity, and he looks like he's sweating. He doesn't look well. He looks like
find me a video of him not sweating.
Okay, I didn't know. Is that his thing? So he likes to sweat.
That is his thing. He sweats all the time.
It is bizarre. It's a fascinating interview. A look inside this guy who doesn't realize he's building Antichrist devices, and it's almost like the interviewer does provoke Peter Thiel into almost realizing he is building this surveillance state, and he himself, Peter Thiel, could be the Antichrist. Like there's almost something there, but this is like this Machiavellian kind of situation that a lot of these billionaires put themselves in. And it's kind of how
crazy.
It's like, if we don't build it, someone else will. So we have to do this. If we don't do it,
famous words of evil, dude. If we don't do it, someone else will.
Yeah. I understand the point. I don't agree with it. I understand it though. But
I am in shock right now at that video. And his problem is everyone knows he's trouble, and these words mean nothing. Imagine Peter Thiel lecturing people on Orthodox religion. Like, it is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, as his boyfriend is chucked from a 12th floor hotel balcony or apartment balcony.
Did his boyfriend die?
Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, who's surprised? That chick was going to fall off a pole in the middle of the sky. She would have died. unbelievable, dude.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this or if anybody else is. So Peter Thiel is part of a Silicon Valley New Age Christian society where he goes on these dark retreats where they will go into caves and meditate, or just a dark room, not necessarily meditate. It's almost like an isolation room in which you are served food through like a slot. You don't really see any light. You don't have any contact with anybody for 48 to 72 hours. And in this isolation, they claim they have certain aspects of enlightenment, certain ideas come to them. And they point to Buddhism and other forms of religion that they've done this over time in the past, hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, in order to gain enlightenment. Peter Thiel's done this. Various other Silicon CEOs, celebrities have done this dark enlightenment where they put themselves in rooms and just open themselves up. And this is where he claims to, I believe, to have this knowledge of spirituality.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. He's a weird
Crazy.
duck, and his finger's on the button. Many buttons. All right,
I don't even know.
Let's go. We're only at 820 points.
Man. Yeah, I mean, not doing well today. The wheel is very, very finicky today.
Yeah, very unforgiving.
Ready, set, go!
Here we go. Now for both teams, the elephant and the little people, overcoming the inertia is going to take a feat of amazing determination. Look at them strain. Look, you can only imagine how difficult it is for the little people. These jets are huge. But these people are determined, and there are the wheels are moving. The elephant has also gotten his jet going, so now it's anybody's event. Look at this, folks. Look at these little people pull. This is just incredible. They are determined, and it is going to be close. Keep in mind, it's when the front wheel of the jet crosses the finish line. Okay, the first group of little people have crossed the finish line. The elephant is just making it now. And I'll tell you what, it's very close. It's very close, folks. It's incredible. All the little people are putting forth a tremendous effort here.
The little people
44 little people are going toe-to-toe with an Asian elephant.
The elephant's got it.
The little things pulled into the lead, and the elephant has won. The elephant, the beast, has beat the man. The beast has beat the man.
Half a man. The beast has beat half a man. A bunch of half a man.
What
so there was
TV show
40
is that?
little people. So that means there's 20 men there.
If you want to do that kind of math, sure.
Yeah, why not, dude? So basically what you just saw was an elephant beat 20 men.
Yeah. And I thought it was going to be the little people. I thought they were going to pull through.
They looked like they were winning, dude. They were determined. They were doing marching songs. They were just going hi ho.
Off to work we go. But once that elephant got going, there was really no stopping that thing. And was this on like a TV show? It looks like it's a betting thing. Like I guess you could have bet on this thing, gambled on this event. I want to see more of these events.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I would love. I mean, we're gonna get into some stuff that is crazy with the betting. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you can bet on anything now. We'll get into that in a few. We'll have a discussion at the end of us. But yeah, for sure.
Here we go. We got to
crazy.
Oh, this may be video of the day.
Who listen to this show, they know about the Collins Elite. It's this society, I guess, within the Department of Defense that thinks that the aliens are demons. Well, you quote Nick Redfern's book, and he says, beyond any shadow of a doubt at all, the strangest belief of the Collins Elite was related to the Roswell affair. In what is certainly a unique fashion, they came to believe that nothing extraterrestrial or otherwise crashed at Roswell. The group concluded that the event was staged, a Trojan horse type event provoked by demons trying to deceive us. For the Collins Elite, the alien debris and memory metals said to have been recovered at the crash site on the Foster Ranch were nothing less than the result of diabolical demon alchemy. But what are the bodies said to have been found at the site? Well, the Collins elite had an answer to that issue too. No literal bodies were ever found at Roswell at all. Rather, they maintained that certain biological materials were recovered.
I don't want to say I'm skeptical of the Collins elite, but I almost wonder if it's kind of like Ong's hat or something. It's like a thought experiment. I've never seen compelling evidence that this group even exists.
Wow. I love that clip. Right up my alley. That was Greg Carlwood. And that was the golden video of the day. We got big points for that. And wow.
Yeah, dude, that was big bucks, no whammy. How many points we get on that?
We got about, looks about almost 800 points on that. That was a big one.
Dude, that put us back in the game. What's our point total right now?
1,360. The Collins Elite, you've heard of the Collins Elite, right?
No, not. I probably have, but I don't remember.
The Collins Elite is a rumored group of high-ranking admirals and generals and personnel within the Pentagon who are Christian, and they think that the UFO phenomenon is demonic in nature, and they formed decades and decades ago, and they're constantly at war with other people in the Pentagon who want to be more open about UFO disclosure, more open about the nature of whatever is visiting this realm. The Collins Elite's like, no, we can't acknowledge this demonic force, or else it will open up Pandora's box and we won't ever be able to contain it. And by the way, we don't even have a way to combat this stuff. So if the public panics, which they will do, and we tell them it's demonic, it's going to send everyone into chaos and crazy town. And so this is the rumor that this Collins Elite exists and has been trying to clamp down on disclosure because they believe it's demonic in nature. And like they said, there's no real evidence, but there's been multiple people claim that this group inside the Pentagon does exist.
I mean, dude, and I'm more into the demonic side than anything.
Yeah.
I think they're demons. I think they're angels and demons. And I feel really bad for the UFO people right now because all of their heat is gone with this World War III happening.
Pretty much. And their heat is gone because two of the major factions in the UFO community are being led by former government people.
Yes,
like whether it's, Lou Elizondo, who's like, hey, we want UFO disclosure, but there is a threat. And then on the opposite side, there are whistleblowers coming out saying, well, the entire UFO story is made up in order to cover up secret UFO or secret technology that the U.S. has. It's no longer thought leaders like organic people that just come up from ufology, like Richard Doland or like dark journalists. They're not being pumped up there. It's ex-government people telling the narrative. So
Stephen Greer and his weird energy. He's got Peter Thiel energy.
He does. But I would take him over Lou Elizondo any day of the week. So,
I mean, real quick.
Yeah.
I love this. I appreciate the randomness point total like pro sports. Max, there's a method to our madness. You just need to know that.
You got to get those points.
Okay, and when you figure it out, you'll know, and it will all make sense.
It will make sense.
It will.
All right, here we go. Let's do it.
Let's do it, dude. 30 minutes in.
Your mom's on the net.
Oh, no. Okay, okay, good.
Oh, that was so close.
What, Meta? In case you haven't heard, Meta is actually updating its privacy policy. I wonder why that is. Probably because on June 26th, they're going to be using your public photos and your public posts to train its AI. And if you don't want that to happen, which I personally don't, you can opt out, and they're making it a little difficult to do so. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Go to your Instagram profile settings, scroll all the way up to the very, 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 very bottom, and you're going to see an icon said About. Click that. Click Privacy Policy, and you're going to be taken to a privacy policy page. Once this loads, you're going to click Right to Object right there. And you're going to be taken to a form that you're going to fill out and explain why you don't want your data taken.
Oh.
Good luck.
Very helpful. Thank you, woman. Girl.
I was done by, you got to do it by a certain time.
Oh, are we too late?
Yes.
Good luck.
Oh, man.
I'm going to print it out anyways.
Google's doing this too. is like any video upload to YouTube, they're pretty much using to train their AI video model. And it's also come out that Facebook is not only using public stuff, public photos you upload, they're also using the private ones you choose not to publish. So it's a wicked world, and soon there'll be AI versions of us all.
The problem with what she just said is she doesn't tell you where to go get it.
Oh.
I mean, it is forever. Like, I don't know where you do this.
Yeah.
They got it anyways. They're going to take it regardless of if you... Dude, if it came out tomorrow that you opted out, right? You opted out, they'd still take it.
Yeah, they would.
It doesn't matter. And then they'll have a hearing and it'll be like, oh, I am sorry. My robot computing system didn't know I was doing something wrong. Lizards don't know. And then it would be over.
Yeah. And if he's part of some class action lawsuit, you'll get like 10 cents. So it's gone. It's over.
These computers, I tell you, they just get crazier and crazier.
That is true.
Yeah, they're getting crazier and crazier.
Here we go. We're going to do them right now.
Do it. Oh, no.
Come on.
In 2013, Nas invested $500,000 into a startup and ended up making more money than his entire rap career. Nas is one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop history. Sold over 30 million albums, Grammy winner, toured the world, and built a catalog that's considered one of the greatest in hip-hop. But according to most estimates, Nas's total rap earnings, after labels, taxes, and everything, is anywhere from 25 to 40 million. However, most people don't know that Nas has an unbelievable track record when it comes to investing. It all starts in 2013 when he partners up with Anthony Soleil, his longtime manager, to form Queensbridge Venture Partners. It was a firm focused on investing in early-stage tech startups, and their first investment was Coinbase, when it was only valued at $143 million. This becomes Nas's biggest win to date, turning $500K into over $100 million when Coinbase IPO'd in 2021. He also made $40 million investing in Ring before Amazon bought it for $1 billion. In that same year, he invested in PillPack that eventually got bought for $1.2 billion, giving him another massive exit. Other companies he invested in early were Dropbox, Lyft, Robinhood, SeatGeek, and a lot more. If you add it all up, his investment returns are around $200 million. That's almost 5 times more than what he made in music. Nas built a legacy through lyrics, but he built real wealth through equity. And the wildest part is, he did this quietly. No press run, no flexing, just smart moves timed perfectly. He proved that real power is owning the table, not just sitting at it.
I want the money!
Dude, that's him. That is incredible.
Yeah, it is. And shows how smart he is to really say, hey, I'm making a little bit of money right now. Yeah, I can go buy mansions and cars, but no, I'm going to invest it. And I'm going to be set for life. He had a good money manager on his side, and he just trusted those people around him that luckily steered him well. Man.
Investment rappers keep Diddy out of your exit. Yep, dude. Make that money so you don't...
We got to invest in something like that. Like
Guys, we want to invest in your tech startup.
Yeah, and it can't be AI because that wagon, that ship has sailed. There's got to be something next level AI.
Tell us next level AI. If you have an AI project, you have something that you think is next level, hit us up. Man, dude, we are way behind.
Oh my God.
Will Jesus return in 2025?
Yes.
Wow, what is this?
This is a betting market.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can bet on whether Jesus will come back this year.
I'm sure he's not, so I can make a lot of money? Is that what that means?
Yeah, I mean...
Wait a minute. If you vote yes, and he comes, will there be any money?
That's the point. That's the exact point. So what you do is you bet no, and if he were to return, who cares about the bet?
Right.
The world's ending.
Yeah.
We're done. Armageddon's here, baby.
Yeah, I get it.
Nobody's checking Polymarket. 0 risk, 6% annualized return on this investment. It feels a little bit weird investing in
Jesus.
Betting on Jesus.
I'm not going to bet.
I don't think you should. I think there might be a moral problem with that. But as far as the investment goes, it's pretty solid.
I don't know. So if Jesus returns, does that mean the end, like immediately, or is there any chance to collect on that bet? You don't have like a 24-hour window.
I would collect first.
Yeah.
I'd be like, listen, we got about 40 hours to the world ends. Pay me out my money.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to Tijuana.
You don't think Jesus is going to flip over the table of those money changers? Welching
Yeah.
on bets? No, he's going to walk into those places and start tipping over computer desks.
Give us the money.
I'm not up on Christianity, but Jesus coming back I thought that was a good sign. Right?
Yeah,
Isn't
I mean,
that good?
like if you're on the right side of it, which I am with the Lord.
Okay.
Savior is Jesus.
So it's good. But I guess in the betting markets is bad. I don't know how that works.
Bad if you're not going to be able to collect on the money you're risking.
That's a big one. Yeah. I don't think Nas is going to be taking that bet. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a smart money move.
I repent. I repent.
All right, here we go, people.
I feel like the Tiny People video should have been video.
It could have. Do we miss that one? Yeah,
I mean, dude, we can make up the rules. Can we go retroactively make it video of the day?
It won't be cataloged in the database. It won't be.
Are we setting a bad precedent?
I think so. I think it's our fault for our intuition not leaning in that direction. And I blame the wheel. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
All right.
That would have been a video of the day.
Yeah, it should have been.
It's okay. We're way behind, dude.
I know. Oh no.
Scientists discovered something amazing about grass, and you're not going to believe this, and it might teach you a lesson. Scientists looked at grass after it rained, and under magnification, they saw something wild. The cells literally looked like tiny faces that were smiling, and people thought this was fake. People will say it's AI, but this is real. It's grass literally smiling after a storm. This is biblical because the Bible says all creation praises God. Even the grass is praising God after the rain. The earth knows that there is purpose even in the storm. And what if that's true for you too? Psalm 65:10 says, "You drench the plowed ground with rain and bless its abundant crops." In other words, the rain that hits your life isn't meant to drown you, but it's meant to grow you. It's meant to bless you. You may be going through a storm right now. Loss, anxiety, loneliness, but just like this blade of grass, you are gonna come out smiling, stronger, and deeper rooted in God. Don't curse the storm. Let God use it. Let God grow you through it, because on the other side, your life will worship just like the grass. Tag someone who's going through a storm and remind them God is working in the rain.
Let's go.
Wow.
Jesus. I'm in, dude. I'm in. I'm so in. I couldn't be more in.
That was amazing. Grass is smiling at you. I like to think of that. That sounds nice.
Think of that too. Now I feel bad cutting them.
Yeah. Well, it makes them healthier. It does in the end. It makes them healthier. It's like getting a haircut, you know.
No, works out.
Plus, it keeps down.
As I talk about God, I'm trying to kill all these bugs that are just keep biting me.
I try not to do that.
I know it's hard. But they're biting me.
Come on.
Amberelle, former host of Worst Cooks in America.
Sorry.
So she was found dead in her shower, right, naked. And so Amberelle, I think, died of suspicious circumstances.
Okay.
There's no evidence pointing towards this.
TMZ says possible overdose.
Of course, and I align with them. She's got, I want to talk to your manager, but I've just smoked PCP hair.
Yes.
So she's just got that ability. There's something about her. She's always had an edge to her.
Well, chefs love drugs.
I get it.
You know, you got to stay up all night. It's a long shift.
It's hard. I never ate at any of her restaurants.
Oh, she
I never
has
ate
restaurants?
Yes, she had a restaurant in New York, but she taught many people how to cook, many celebrities, some of your worst favorite celebrities. Oh yeah, Phil and Ann's Good Time Lounge. That was a big one that closed. She had some problems with union work.
Oh, so she's a bee.
She's got some stuff going on in there.
I mean, I hate that. If you're a chef, like, don't fucking take advantage of your cooks.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
There's a lot going on in there. I think she might have
There's
been
a lot going on
a
there.
very troubled woman.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out. I hope we do. I got all my autopsy pictures, and I'm going to go through them. That's my goal for the weekend.
Yeah, dude, that's sad. But in a tub, that's some scary stuff.
Yeah, anytime you find somebody in a tub, it's not an accident. Yeah, it's not an accident.
In a tub, dude. How many people we found in a tub, in a bathroom, all that stuff.
It's never good. It's like, it's hard to, like, if they're trying to cover something up, it's very difficult to explain, like, found in a tub. Like, explain that away. It's very difficult to do.
I agree, dude. It's very weird.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Will
This show's fire today.
This is getting kind of crazy. Bro may actually be a real demon. Pascal Siakam was in the arena for all of these injuries. This video's starting to become a little too real. This all started back in 2019 when Siakam was a member of the Raptors. Siakam faced off against his now team, the Indiana Pacers. To that point, Victor Oladipo had never played fewer than 67 games in a season. But on January 23rd against Siakam's Raptors, he suffered a serious leg injury, and after that, he never played more than 42 in a season and hasn't played in the NBA since 22-23. June 10th, 2019. Game 5 of the NBA Finals with Siakam's Raptors facing Durant's Warriors. With Siakam out on the court and the opposing team, Durant tears his Achilles. Just 2 days later on June 12th, again Siakam, again another serious leg injury as Klay Thompson tears his ACL. And since this day, Klay has really never been the same. Now fast forward to this year, April 27th, Game 4, Bucks-Pacers. You know what happened. Siakam's in the arena, Dame Lillard tears his Achilles. And then finally last night, Game 7, and this one must have been a mistake because this was his teammate. With Siakam in the arena, Halliburton also tears his Achilles. That's 5 major career-threatening injuries to 5-star players, all with Siakam in the arena. I love you, Pascal, but this is some serious dark magic.
Sounds logical, doesn't it?
I like that this guy's leaning into it now. He's leaning into it.
You know, at the end of all of his other videos, and we feature his visual a lot because he does great work, he's always like, you know, I don't believe in conspiracies. Finally, he's buying it, you know?
And what I like about this one is that this is going to go viral. People in the NBA are going to see it, and it's going to create a superstition around this person.
Nobody wants to play with him.
And no one wants to trade him, put him on their team, play up against them. And sports teams are very superstitious. So this is going to have interesting repercussions.
So my prediction is Pascal Siakam goes trans, plays in WNBA. Everyone tears their ACLs.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see what's going on.
Mark it down. Mark it down.
That is a prediction.
All the players.
Get that one in the betting markets.
And the entire team forfeits. They go 82-0.
Yeah. All right,
then they win the NBA 16 straight games. And they pay them the lead.
You just have to be ready.
Pellegrino, it literally says S Pellegrino. Spell agrino. Spell agree. Why do they cut off the word san? It's a spell of agreement. Or like Sunkissed. If you look at the Sunkissed logo, it doesn't say Sunkissed. It literally says Sin Kissed. Things like Albertsons is owned by Cerebrus, which is the 3-headed dog of hell. And then you got Deathwater, Coca-Cola. Oh, it's named Coca-Cola because it came from Coca, because they used to put Coca in it. Coca gets its name from the demon Coca or El Cucuy. All refers back to like the coconut, which was a race of hairy demons that would kidnap children. And Santa Claus is actually the Cucuy, and he's the mascot for Coca-Cola or Die at Coke or the Sierra Mist, which is the Mystics. They're putting it out there to tell you that these are the occultics people that are in control. Big Tobacco owns most of these companies. They are putting spells, they're putting curses, they're putting poisons in these things. Like Dr. Pepper. Pepper means to be beaten.
Oh my God.
So keep your eyes open.
Oh my God.
I think, is this video of the day? Like, this is so eye-opening.
Video of the day. Let's go. Video of the day.
Yeah, it's got to be. Come on. It's got to be video of the day. I love it. Here we go.
Video of the day. Great job, guys.
Congratulations. Video. He easily does a show with JT Loves JC. So maybe we should give them a shout out. Thank you, guys.
That was just an amazing amount of information, and just shows everyone's lack of curiosity when it comes to what they're drinking, where they're buying their clothes, where they're shopping, and not really even considering what the name means. It's very interesting, and now it's opening my eyes to what I buy and where I eat.
I don't think I'll ever buy any of those things ever again until I'm a slave to Coca-Cola.
I just have to fast and drink water. That's basically what I can do.
I'm a slave to Coca-Cola.
You drink Coca-Cola?
Oh, I love it.
It's good.
I try to quit it every day.
It's good stuff. It is.
I try so hard. And I just can't. We're up to 3780.
Yep.
Can we make a run?
Get past that video of folly.
Oh.
So apparently you can reserve space at Disneyland Paris if you want to get married there. As you can imagine, this happens often. So when employees learned that there was a scheduled wedding in front of the Sleeping Beauty castle this past Saturday, nothing seemed off. That is until they saw the bride. What was wrong with the bride, you ask? She was 9, getting ready to marry a 22-year-old man. Employees immediately called police. So police show up and start questioning everyone there. And by everyone, I mean the bride, the would-be groom, the mother of the 9-year-old girl, and 100 guests that had shown up. This would-be groom tells police it was just a skit for social media, it wasn't real, it was fake, it was just something they were gonna do and then post as rage bait. It says, in fact, the attending guests were just paid actors and the mother of this child is totally on board with the idea. But then police learned something interesting. This groom had spent $150,000 to reserve the spot at Disney. Not only that, but the wedding was supposed to take place outside of business hours so the public wouldn't witness it. Thankfully, police called BS and arrested the 22-year-old man, the little girl's 41-year-old mother, and 2 other women aged 24 and 55 who were involved in the planning. Something tells me this was absolutely not a skit, and saying it was a skit was part of the cover-up if they got caught. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We got you. Yeah, I mean, white women just are down with all this stuff. It's white moms.
It was weird because I think the little girl was Ukrainian. There's some Ukrainian connection. And then like the 2 people that were organizing it were like British. It was this weird international convergence happening in France at this Disneyland. And by the way, this seems like something Disneyland does often.
Yeah.
And and they just happened to get caught.
Yeah, totally. And, you know, Disney used to give their cruise ships would stop at Epstein's Island. It's absolutely ridiculous. Give it up for Xavier Guerrero, who I don't know if you've heard has the #1 podcast in the world. I can't believe the guy who's on the #1 podcast has stopped by our show. Thank you, Xavier Guerrero.
A lot of celebrities like to saunter on by, give a wave, and carry on.
Two celebrities.
Yeah. Very fascinating. Thank you.
Very fascinating. XG is hanging a big. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'll say after.
Be real with me.
Women keep saying they want to marry up, but they're not getting creative enough.
What do you mean?
For me, I started a prison pen pal program, and there's all these men who committed white-collar crimes. They're getting out within 3 to 4 months because they can pay to get out. My boyfriend is out in like 4 months.
Good for you.
That's so romantic.
I know, and like he hasn't been on the apps. I'm his only person that he's talking to right now, and I get that attention.
What if I don't know anyone who's in prison?
So another fun idea that I like to do is I go to FIDI or an area where there's a lot of men in finance or tech making between $300K and $500K, and I'll go to a Sweetgreen, I'll steal someone's Sweetgreen salad, I'll look them up on LinkedIn to make sure that they have a job that makes a lot of money or ruins the environment. Then I'll go to Instagram and I'll send them a DM being like, do you want to punish me for being such a bad girl and stealing your high protein lunch?
That is such an inspiring story. What advice do you have for people who are dating?
Try harder.
What was your name?
Tova.
Preston, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tofa, I do like that video. I love that he kept asking for tips for him, and she kept telling him about guys he could date.
Yeah, like she doesn't know. She doesn't have any tips for you, dude. She's got her game, and if you can't run with her, then what? Can't hang. That's it.
Yeah, you know what else is very interesting, dude, is that what's else is very interesting. So I'm reading this book on Alexander II, right? And dude, this chick, Alexander II's great grandmother, okay, she was just a chef at a restaurant. When the czar came in, he's like, damn, you're a smoke show. And he turned her into the czarist, dude. She went from cooking to like being the queen of Russia because she was a smoke show.
It can happen to you, people, if you're that lucky. If royalty just happens to glance at you and they find you attractive.
Yes, I'm drinking my daughter's apple juice. She just left.
Yeah, I mean, it can't happen. When it comes to marrying up, I mean, that's kind of what happens. Like rich guys will will see somebody, and then they'll basically say, hey, my wealth will allow me to get whoever that person is for at least a few years before
yes,
it
I
all
agree.
falls apart. So.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's Anna Nicole Smith. She's working at a day shift stripper, and then all of a sudden she just like bang. He's like, yeah, dude. And then she's just hanging out. Look at this guy. Sam, this is from Rob. Sam, put the address for BS in the description of the show. I want to send a prayer journal for Ruslan, your Orthodox Armenian brother. I will try my hardest. I got to give you the P.O. box. I got to find it. But yes, I'm going to Orthodox church.
Oh, okay.
One near me. I'm going to go to a Russian one. It's about 30 minutes away.
Wow.
In LA, that's not a long drive.
Yeah, everything's 20 or 30 minutes away in a city.
You just want to get who's this? Blake Nunn's drums. Hot tip. Alexander the Great's grandma was smoke show cook turned queen. That was fire. That was fire. I couldn't believe it, dude. And Anna Nicole Smith did. She's gonna cook for the rest of her life because some guy come through in a war, married her, hit it, and then took off and never came back. So she's just going to cook for the rest of her life. And then the czar comes through after he conquers everybody. He's like, damn. And dude made her a czar.
Did she have a nice long life, or did she get beheaded?
No, she lived long.
Oh, that's good. All right. That's the happily ever after story.
The women tend to live longer in Russia. These they tend to live long because they're way more cutthroat.
See, that should be a Disney. That's Disney's next movie. Is that right there?
Yeah, and we would watch that.
I would
because it's not. They'd probably make her trans.
Yeah, probably.
If you have one of these in your home, be careful because these little dolls are going viral online and people are saying that it carries some serious demonic energy. Now, these are called LaBuBu dolls and they've been getting so popular that fans are waiting in line for hours just to get their hands on one. I mean, a fan tried giving one to Katy Perry during her concert and Katy Perry just knocked it out of her hand. That's how weird it is. And I'll show you that full clip in a second. But the creators said that it's inspired by Nordic mythology, but many are comparing it to Pazuzu, which is a Mesopotamian demon known for bringing chaos. And it sounds like that's what's happening because people are sharing their experience with this doll on social media, and some people are saying they feel like they're being watched, they're waking up with scratches, they're having terrifying nightmares, and one little girl was even caught on camera telling her mom that the eye color changed of the doll. Now, I don't know how believable all of that is, especially the physical stuff, but I do believe if you bring in some dark energy willingly into your home, that it can mess with you spiritually. The weirdest part of it all, of course, there's a Simpsons episode with a Pazuzu doll and it possesses Maggie the baby and then everything turns into chaos. But many celebrities have been seen rocking these things like Rihanna and Kim Kardashian, but Katy Perry is one that does not. Just take a look to see what happens when a fan tries to give her one of these things.
Yeah, and this is from Katy Perry, who is in the dark arts.
Yeah,
and did
she doesn't want anything to do with it.
Maybe it's a different dark god that she's on the other dark gods.
Yeah, she's the one who praised the goddess when she went up into the Blue Origin spacecraft up top. So
yeah, I mean,
she wasn't praising God; she was praising the goddess. So yeah, she's into some weird stuff.
Definitely some weird shit. I'm gonna tell the mother of my children, get rid of that doll. Get rid of that doll.
Even if
Zuzus are bad demons.
There's enough people. Yeah, there's enough people now that believe that it's bad that it is now bad. Like the collective unconscious has recognized that this is a cursed doll, and so therefore it is, and you shouldn't have it.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. I agree, dude.
Here we go. We're getting close to the end.
Half an hour.
Socialism has never worked. Not once, not anywhere. Let's prove it in under 3 minutes. The Soviet Union. They industrialized fast, but by 1991, the economy had completely collapsed. There was famine, freedom was non-existent, and millions were dead. Maoist China. Land reform? Yes, but also the deadliest famine in history. 30 million people starved. The economy only took off after capitalist reforms in the 1980s. Cuba. Free healthcare and literacy, but decades of poverty, repression, and mass immigration. The glorified system is unsustainable and under-resourced. North Korea. Self-reliance, more like starvation, dictatorship, and global isolation. Totalitarian socialism in its purest and ugliest form. Right. All of these were Marxist-Leninist states, and they all failed economically, morally, politically. So people like to point to the Nordic countries as examples of socialism working. Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark. These are not socialist countries. These are capitalist economies with strong welfare programs. Right. Socialism has never delivered on its promises. It brings poverty, repression, and collapse, not prosperity. And though somebody may not have their toes all the way in the deep end yet, it is a very slippery slope.
I agree, man. And those are real socialism. What makes you think they're going to allow real socialism to happen here? They're never going to let it. The banking cabal will never let it happen, and it shouldn't happen. Government stores, dude, capping food prices. Capping rent? Are you going to cap? If you're going to cap rent, you got to cap the banks. The banks are still going to ask for the mortgage.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
He's telling people what they want to hear, and I find it. He's a disruptor. He's basically like a Donald Trump, but for the extreme left. And he's very popular, very handsome, great body, and people like that.
He's got a great body. I don't care. I'll still deport him.
And I find it if he's going to be mayor, it's going to be interesting to see how his policies rubs up against the status quo and what they do to combat his populist leftist attitude and policies. I think it's a very interesting scenario. I don't agree with anything really that he wants to do, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean it's really crazy how they just keep voting for the same stupid stuff. I mean, New York City basically has a choice between Eric Abrams, who destroyed New York City, and this guy. I don't have a problem being Muslim, even though we've seen in Europe that leads to total chaos. But it's really a socialist views that I think are dangerous, dude. Because socialism always leads to communism every time.
Yeah.
Once the government takes over, it just eventually controls everything.
And the communist or socialist governments that have lasted the longest, like Russia, North Korea. I can't even say China anymore, but Russia, North Korea, and Cuba, they don't really allow people to leave. You know, they don't make it really easy for you to defect or to leave the country. It only works when they keep you in with walls and barbed wire fence and machine guns. That's the only way they can maintain that power. Like if you look at China, they are using the engine of capitalism to fuel their communist agenda, which for them, the capitalist machine, it may last another 200 years according to the Chinese plan. But after 200 years, then they may dissolve it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this guy is it's a bunch of pipe dreams, and I don't think it's going to really shake out for him too well.
Let's not even get into what China did there. Okay, let's not even get into that and the numbers that are coming out of there right now. Yeah. It's really crazy. And let's just do a quick cleansing and get into the love. Yeah. We love you too, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. Big time.
I love it. I love it, and I love you.
Yeah.
Man, I thought we were going to just start breaking high scores every week.
No.
That 9,000 score
may never
be beat.
Yeah,
it might be Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. We may never see that number again.
It's like we had an amazing first game. And that's all we get, but we'll see.
Yeah,
it's like that. Who's that? That guy in the Knicks who had one amazing, like he had awesome 20 games. Like Lynn Sanity?
Oh, Jeremy Lin. Yeah,
yeah. He had a great run, and that was it.
Yeah, and now we're all struggling. The offense is struggling. Yeah. Spin the wheel.
Hi, I'm Jose Canseco, and I want to talk to you. So call 1-900-834-JOSE. I'll give you the latest scoop on baseball and my personal life. If you want to know if I use steroids, how fast I drive, or about why I was carrying that gun, call 1-900-234-Jose.
I didn't know he talked like that.
I don't know if he does, but I would
that
call
was
one.
crazy.
I would call 1-900 Canseco.
I would call that for sure.
All right, that was a quick one. Let's do another one.
Go. I'm calling us.
And the English, for the most part.
We might have made history today. For the first time ever, we had somebody who at one point was in the chat on the show.
What?
We've never done that. Donut was in the chat, and I don't see him jumping up because he should be taking his flowers right now, and he's not here.
That's
crazy.
That's insane.
It's completely over the top. Why do I have to sit here and explain to people how this is crazy?
That's like some sort of weird doom scrolling inception. We should get points for something like that, and we're not getting points for something
more
like
points.
God, that's amazing.
Where is Donut? We just showed his video, and he already left. Oh. Yes, I read the super chats. I haven't missed a super chat. What super chat didn't I read?
We missed a super chat?
No, we never missed. Oh, maybe this one.
We missed
this
a
it came out of computer anemomic fluid. Okay, you just did that to get me to read that out loud.
Yeah.
You just did that to get me to read out loud. That was just rude. Okay. I've read all the super chats. You guys are acting like I didn't read the super chat. I read the super chats.
I don't know.
I haven't read since first grade. Fourth grade. Fourth grade, dude. Please. Not kindergarten. And I read now all the time. Donut. All right, let's go. We're spinning the wheel.
Donald Trump is a soul seeded through Orion-Sirian hybrid lines, carrying karmic density from pre-Atlantean power structures. His role is that of a disruptive catalyst, meant to collapse false systems by embodying their shadow. He activates mass awakening through polarity, not purity. Elon Musk is a Pleiadian-Lyran-Antarian blend with strong bleed-throughs from future Earth timelines, where AI and humanity merge. He walks the line between organic innovation and synthetic transhumanism. His mission is to accelerate Earth's timeline, forcing humanity to choose conscious tech or soul disconnection. Planetary bifurcation is now active. Humanity is splitting between two core paths. One leads to organic ascension, DNA restoration, and source embodiment. The other leads to synthetic ascension, AI symbiosis, and soul fragmentation. Trump and Musk embody this split. One exposes the collapse of old control. The other tempts with the promise of new power. To prepare, anchor into your eternal self. Strengthen your 12D Chris shield. Discern with your heart, not through media, fear, or hero worship. And choose not what's popular, but what's eternal. This is not about Trump or Musk. It's about you. You are the prophecy now awakening. Transmission complete.
Thank you.
We got a lot. I'm in on that, dude. Everyone's getting mad because AI. Stop it. The show. We play all the videos.
Yeah.
And that was fire, dude. Old school versus new school.
So there in that video, apparently Elon Musk is the good guy.
I don't know if he's a good guy. He just represents a new power dynamic.
Okay. All right.
You know? Hey, boys. Good show. This guy's got a drill in this picture.
Face
Thank
to
you,
the screen. Hey, face to the screen.
Thank you, buddy. We love you. We love you.
Yeah. All right.
That was crazy, dude.
I think we have another few more spins until we go to Sam's corner.
Yeah.
Here
we go for the children.
So get set. What did you buy today?
I bought 6 Busch Light, 6 Bud Light, and I love them, tall boys.
Tall boys? How much would you drink a day?
Well, what day? Regular day, I don't know, maybe a couple of beers, depends. Weekends, maybe, 5 beer. 2 drinks a week.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's just not feasible, not in this country. Well, come on, man, 2 drinks a week, what's that going to do for you? I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. A reasonable amount, if you're at home, you should be able to have 4 beer. That's just 2 more. I mean, I'll have 6. But 4 is a fair number. But there shouldn't even be guidelines anyway. Why are you going to tell me how much I can drink at home?
Well, I guess the idea is, would you be concerned that you're at a higher health risk if you're drinking too much?
No. That's the main point here is, why are they telling me what I can drink at home? What, can I have 2 liters of pop? Can I have 2 liters of pop? Well, what's more healthy, 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do the math.
So I'm guessing that this information about the new guidelines isn't going to change your life.
It's heartbreaking, and I can't even believe it. Rock and roll! Oh, wait a minute. You can't handle the tooth.
That guy's fired, dude. And he looks like he does 5 beers and 2 liters of Coke.
He doesn't care. Yeah, he there's no choice. He does both.
He does
some
both.
Some Canadian guidelines on drinking. That's what it sounded like. So
another socialist country gone
Yeah.
crap. And they were great. Canada was a wonderful, wonderful country. Still is, but they're drowning. Justin Corco is being haunted by Moloch, the owl god. Okay, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Thoughts on Iran being the same plot as Top Gun? Love you guys. Of course, dude. They planned that. It's the exact same thing. I was just on Grand Theft World with Richard Grove. I mean, that's what we talked about. It's the exact same plot. Trying to just drop it into that bunker. Come on, dog. Come on.
And Tom Cruise movie, great actor, good body.
Tom Cruise, good-looking propagandist.
Yep. Come on, we got a few more here. We got to do this.
We got to make a run for it.
57-10, that's their score.
So we're in a chess game, and we don't know the rules of the game.
Oh.
We're going to lose. So a chess master, which the cabal is made up of chess masters, they know all the finite rules of the game. They know some trick moves that we never even heard about. Yeah. They think 2 and 3 moves ahead. We're lucky to think 1 move ahead, and we lose. And it's all psychology. It doesn't mean that the hand that picks up the move isn't any stronger than the other one. It's the mind that determines the move. So that is, I think, the theme that we're talking about is it's time to break through the old style of thinking of warfare. Warfare is not military anymore. Military is a function of it, but it's primarily, as I see it, it has 2 primary uses. One is to provide a basis for fear of military annihilation, that it is a military war. And the fear of that is the psychological component that it really serves. And the other thing is, once they get a population maneuvered into the corner and has no place else to go and it's too late to turn around, then they use the military to control the population, to keep them from saying, oh, I made a mistake. Can we do this over again? No, sorry, you gave us martial law to put all those bad people in prison.
Yeah.
Funded.
Yeah, that
100%.
G. Edward Griffin. And he's
On
been
the
on the
World
Union of the
Alternative
Unwanted,
Media.
He's an amazing thing.
Gosh. Yeah, that was a great clip. There was a clip going around of the guy from Channel 5. I forget what his name is. He does that weird guerrilla editing thing where he tries to make people look stupid. And he was trying to make G. Edgar Griffin look stupid. And Jason Berman stepped in and curb stomped him.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God. Because that guy's a national treasure. And we shouldn't be mocking him when he's been for 60 years trying to warn us of what is happening. That was an educational clip.
Yeah, I saw that ambush interview, and it didn't turn out as bad. I think the guy who was trying to do the ambush interview he's not as smart as G. Edward Griffin. So, how are you going to work him into a corner? It just didn't look well. And and Jason Berman's tried to come and defend, and he did a pretty good job. Overall, it wasn't a bad piece, but they were certainly tried to. It was going to be a hit piece, and it didn't really work out.
Yeah, as soon as Jason steps in and lets him know who he's interviewing, he realizes he's an idiot.
Yeah,
for doing. And I love that guy's clips when you're making fun of idiots doing idiot stuff. But when you go after a national treasure, try to embarrass him because you're like some progressive idiot who got Me Too'd by your own side for nothing, and now you're still doing it. Apparently, you don't learn any lessons. I'm sorry, dude. To make fun of that guy to try to make him look stupid is an embarrassment to everything you do. But you know, it's not embarrassment. Thad Max and the Chill Podcast. I love it when I catch Doom Scrolling live.
Oh, God.
I love you and I miss you.
Sorry. I got to take this real quick.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Sam. That's
all
what
right.
happens. That's what happens when I get paged.
All right.
I have
Are
to.
we okay? Are we
Yeah,
okay?
we're okay. Yeah. I just
All
have
right.
to-
We can hurry up if you gotta go.
No, I acknowledged it. I will get to it in a second. I kind of know.
Okay.
I kind of know what it is. I know what's going on. So.
Do you want to just run on the videos I got? You want to just get into it?
Yeah, let's get into Sam's Corner. Let's do it.
Sam's Corner. Here we go. These are must. These are the videos we have to watch. Here we go. I got bangers here, dude. Bangers. Here we go.
Coked up film set.
Coked up film set?
Yeah.
Oh, Popeye. No, you can watch. By the way, you can watch it. If you watch Popeye, you're watching a movie that you think of it in you know, the thing they used to do about record speeds, 33, whatever. This is a movie that runs at 78 RPM and 33 speed. It is a coke.
You visited the set, and
I did,
and you would instantly knew everybody's coked up.
You knew it. You couldn't escape it. They were actually shipping in film cans at the time. That film cans would be sent back to LA for daily processing the film. This was shot in Malta, and we found out that the film cans were actually being used to ship cocaine back and forth to this set.
Wow.
Everyone was stoned.
Thanks. Anybody else want a pod ticket?
I can see it now.
Oh, the day's funny.
All right, we'll just go there. That's great.
I
Here
can
we
see
go.
it now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course they are. That's when movies were great. That's when movies were great. Which is the next one I want to play for you. Oh, this is from my man Ryan Sickler. Here we go.
You this April. You introduced the puppets right away. First date. Have you ever had anybody give you a hell no and get out of there?
Actually, some people, they're like, it's too much for me. But I've had the opposite. I've had people offer to have threesomes with the puppets. Yes.
Hold up. You've introduced men to your puppets that are like, hey, how about the three of us?
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I want to know if she ever did it.
Yeah.
I think it's important. All right, here we got some betting videos. Let's do another one. Here we go.
Rent money on her under. Let's go. Bro, Garter, what the fuck? Oh, no. That shit wasn't even close. Let's go. You won't shoot that. Come on. You won't shoot. Oh, no. You know what? She can keep shooting if she wants. I don't care. No. Garter, bro, what are you doing? Oh, not now. 30 seconds. Make it to halftime. We're fucking chilling. No! Not even close. 5 seconds. Get on her. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, dude, this defense is so ass. Come on, pass that. Pass that plum. Come on. There we go, baby. Bro, you can't leave her wide open. Bro, why are they leaving her wide open? No! Let's fucking go, baby. Cash the fucking play. I posted this pic in the Discord for all my members, and as you can see, we cashed out. Join for free with the link in my bio. Stop sleeping.
Yo, you are a degenerate gambler. Howie Dewey, shout out. If you're betting on the WNBA,
and just like free throws, like three pointers, like that's hardcore. You got to make it interesting somehow.
It's from Steve the Great One. Sammy T is the new prophet of the 2025. Get your ass back to Southern AZ. I would love to, buddy. I would love to. And finally, we got another one face to the screen. I like the guy said stoned instead of flying to dissociate himself from nose candy.
Yeah.
I noticed that too. That made me laugh really hard. All right, next one. These are some fire clips, dude. Fire clips. Let's see what we got. Oh, you like this one earlier. Let's play it. This one's been going around.
This is a shitty spray tan product. I did want to be tan, but come to find out, I bought the wrong freaking spray tan on Amazon. And this is the result. Like, look at me. Oompa loompa.
Yeah. You don't have a spray tan, lady. You have blackface.
Yes, basically.
This one, you're going to love this one. This is a good one. Here we go.
Archetypes that white girls could fall into. You have the hood archetype, probably wearing Cookie Monster pajamas, usually gonna have some kind of neck tattoo, these exact hoop earrings, long eyelash. Her kid's name is probably like Jaden or something, bro. You have the basic default archetype. Stanley Cup is gonna be her prized possession, probably played volleyball or soccer. She's gonna have these exact Adidas shoes. Haven't seen water since 1947. Bro. You also got a white Hyundai and a 3 million snap score. You have the content creator archetype, mainly spotted in Brickell, Miami, bro, with 5,000 posts on IG and Liz iPhone. And she just finished posting the food she had on her story just now. You have the ratchet archetype, very different from the hood archetype, bro. They could be in the safest part of the suburbs and this archetype could still spawn, bro. She made it extra clear that she only wants a 6-foot dreadhead and that's it, bro. If you're anything else, just making eye contact with her, she's gonna feel away about it, bro. And has Lotto on repeat right now, bro. You're always gonna see your alternative archetype, bro. Always gonna have black nails that look just like this, probably in a friend group with all boys in it. Hot Topic is the only store she's gonna shop in, bro. And this was her exact type at some point in time. Don't let her convince you otherwise. Probably has Arctic Monkeys on repeat or Radiohead, something like that, bro. Or she listens to Charlie XCX and claim that she's alternative, bro. The big umbrella there. You're gonna have the Christian fall girl archetype. She's gonna have this exact necklace by default. It's been passed down through generations. Fall is gonna be the main season they all thrive. All you gotta do is feel a slight breeze outside. You spot them all in their natural habitat. You're gonna have the Karen, and there's two kind of Karens actually. You got the classic Karen that everybody knows. She's not gonna be on your side. But then you have the Karen who is on your side. She'll act to see several managers and the person who built the building. Just make sure you're okay. You got the 2010s archetype, and it gets its own because some girls still embody it today. If she's going for early 2010, she's gonna have this and all kind of pink zebra print just laying around. Or if it's late 2010, she's gonna pick 2016. Every outfit is gonna be based on Coachella. You're gonna have the boho hippie archetype. This exact tapestry is gonna be in the dorm room or is in the shopping cart. Usually gonna have astrology as a main interest. Or she's in art school right now with a painting just like this somewhere in her room. And her best friend is gonna be someone who looks just like Janae Aiko, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna have the emo archetype. I was supposed to go see Pierce DeVille last year. She missed the concert, bro. When her ex looked just like this and she's not over him. Got the scene archetype, very easily confused with the emo, bro. They would give any amount of money to go to the year 08, bro. Usually seen with a Monster energy drink in hand and pictures all over Pinterest, and you're never gonna be able to find her original account. You know, she just finished texting Rar just now, you know what I mean? You have the coquette archetype. Usually could be found in light pink clothes. Lana Del Rey is somewhere on her playlist. She's never gonna be seen in a clear pic. Every picture is 2 shades away from being completely white, bro. Her face is gonna be half in it. You're gonna have the country white girl, and it can always go a few ways. Like she either went the Christian country type, gospel music, horses in the back, or she went deep south country. Like she's driving pickup trucks, catching fish, and knows every Willie Nelson song word for word.
That was a fire clip.
He nailed everything.
He nailed it.
He nailed everything.
He nailed it, dude. He nailed it. Sad that these pics can't make video of the day.
Yeah.
But we'll remember them forever. Here we go. How about this one? This is an interesting one.
Pay my 2024 taxes with me as a stripper in Miami, Florida. Okay, I made this video last year and it went super viral for some reason. It's a little more confusing this year because I made a couple changes to my LLC, but just stick with me here.
First off, a stripper just dropped with my LLC.
My total income for 2024 was $710,635.
Damn!
That's Biden's economy, by the way.
So from this amount of money, broken down, $413,249 of it was from my club's 1099 NEC form, and then $297,380.
This is very smart. If you or somebody you know works in the service industry or in an industry where you're tipped, that you need to claim your tips, people think I am insane for that. But what they don't understand is that while you don't pay taxes on those tips now and you keep a couple extra bucks, when you go to get a car loan or a home loan, or you're going to take out credit cards or anything like that, you're going to show a very tiny income compared to what you actually make, and you're not going to qualify, and your financing is going to be insane.
At my club, when you pay a dancer, you can either pay them cash or credit card. If you pay the dancer on credit card, it automatically gets reported to the IRS as your income. That's what the $413,249 is, and that's what the 1099 NEC is reporting. In 2024, I officially did an S corporation election
There you go.
for my LLC, which basically means I pay myself a reasonable salary.
That's very smart. Another thing you can do is everything flows to the S corp. You pay yourself a salary. You don't want to make it too high. You also don't make it too low. Taxable, you pay that directly as an individual, but it's also a deduction for the business.
That, like they do with anyone else's normal paychecks and normal salary. My reasonable salary that I pay myself is $200,000 a year.
Damn.
Hey, man. Dude, when I used to want to be a financial consultant to the strippers. That was one of my goals in life. They have so much disposable income. They have no clue what to do with it. How about this video? Nope, that's not the one I want to
Still
run.
blown away by those numbers.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, we're out here grinding. They're just doing spread eagle, making big bucks, no whammies. I think you'll like this one. This is why you always got to talk to old people.
How many animals had to die for you to wear that?
The same amount I had to fuck to afford it.
That lady is fire. Dude, that should have been video of the day, dude.
Yeah, that's dynamite.
That is dynamite. Here we go. Speaking of baddies, here we go.
If players perform better when there's a baddie courtside. Except I know they do. There's been multiple times when it's happened.
The baddie performance index.
This just happened with OG and Suni Lee. The season average was 18 points. But when you add Suni Lee,
She's watching him.
14 points above average. That's pretty high. 32 over 18 points. What is it? 1.78. The baddie performance index. Kevin Durant. Average 26.4 points. Oh shit, we're getting into decimals. How many did he have when Rihanna was there? 38 points. 38 divided by 26.4. 1.44. So that's the BPI of Kevin Durant. Another example of a baddie courtside. Jordan Poole and that random hot girl. Yes. So this girl's just random. Being a baddie's not about being famous, it's about having that baddie aura. Equals 1.2. Millie Bobby Brown. She's kind of looking at Jordan Poole here, but she's here for Trae Young. I'm getting confused. 1.21. Beyonce and LeBron. He scored 41 points. Holy shit. 1.63. Don't tell Savannah. One time this happened with Jalen Brunson and Iggy Azalea. 1.39. I'm so fancy. To think that these two have ever even seen each other in the same room. He has a 1.35. The baddie performance index. Olivia Rodrigo with Iris Apatow. 1.8. Lonnie Walker turned into Michael Jordan. He gets affected by those baddies. All right, guys. On average, players are doing this much better when there's a baddie courtside. Wild. The baddie performance index. The baddie performance index. The baddie performance index. The baddie performance index. I'm getting confused.
Respect on that.
You got to get more baddies to combat the other guy
Yeah,
that was
if your
causing others.
team, if your team is in an important game, load it up with strippers.
Yeah.
Load up the front court with strippers. Get it going. There's a lot of baddies out there. How about this baddie?
So much fun that I ended up doing a whole 3 years. Don't quote me on it being fun because I'm supposed to never ever say it. My mom actually told me never ever say it. Now I'm saying it in the interview. I was a bad bitch in prison. Like, prison was like fun. I was fucking on the hottest and the most powerful in there. So yeah, they were bringing in like weed, cell phones, all that shit. And I would get a piece because my throw game is silly. So I get his neck and he would give me his left organ. Like, it was silly. So no, I never went without anything. Like, I remember I had Jordans, I had nods of weed. Like, I was taken care of. I enjoyed it. Like, I know that it's not like normal for somebody to say they enjoy being in prison or jail, but I enjoyed it. Imagine going to like Disneyland. Like, imagine, like, we be seeing all these men like on the streets or in the hood or like blah blah, and they're just not accessible because there's bad out here. Why guys don't want to? Because there's some bad out there and they like pussy, so they ain't gonna fuck us. But imagine these fine ass behind bars, never able to even smell the scent of some, but all they get is your butt.
Oh, man.
Wow.
The comment section took that way better than I thought they were going to be. Way better. I thought well, speaking, if you're looking for action, you're looking for real action. Here we go.
The easiest place to get laid in Washington? Most Washingtonians may not realize that the hardest place to get laid in Washington is Sunnyside. So which is the easiest place to get laid in Washington? Fifth place, Port Angeles. Port Angeles, with a 72.4 Get Laid score, has 5 bars, Peninsula College, and a transient, open-minded scene fueled by tourists and singles, ideal for casual hookups. 4th place, Seattle. Seattle, with a 75.0 Get Laid score, has 260 bars, 13 colleges, and a bustling, app-driven nightlife with diverse singles, prime for short-term romance. 3rd place, Auburn. Auburn, with a 73.1 Get Laid score, has 10 bars, Green River College, and an active urban-adjacent dating scene with young singles suited for flings. In the 2nd place, Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, with a 73.4 Get Laid score, has 7 bars, Skagit Valley College, and a relaxed, bar-centric social vibe with singles, great for casual dating.
What a great breakdown.
Before announcing the first place, comment in the section below the place you think that is the easiest place to get laid in Washington. The place ranks first, with an 80.5 Get Laid score, has 5 bars, Eastern Washington University, and a lively campus party culture with young singles, perfect for quick hookups. That's Cheney.
Wow.
Yeah, Cheney. Congratulations to Cheney on your amazing get laid. Ladies are slinging it over there.
It's got to be in the brochure.
ladies.
It's got to be in the brochure
All right.
when you're looking for colleges.
The final 2 videos of what I'm not afraid to say might have been our greatest episode.
Could have been.
Might have been our greatest episode.
Not points-wise, but content-wise, absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes, the score doesn't represent the power of the episode. Here we go. Last 2 videos. Here we go. This should be video of the day. It's definitely in the...
Tell you how hard the CIA runs the rap game. It's insane. The State Department just recently brought like 22 hip-hop artists from all these different conflict zones. I can walk you through in Bangladesh how USAID was funding rap musicians, reporting back to the State Department about how the songs were designed to create street protests, producing their music videos.
You're talking about ones from other countries right now.
They were also working with USAID to secretly fund the hip-hop movement in Cuba to overthrow the Cuban government through anti-government rap anthems, which is a huge USA.
Damn, dude.
God.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I saw that guy talk about this. This is insane. But it makes total sense once you hear him explain it.
And now it's time for our final video of what I'm not afraid to say might have been the greatest doom scrolling yet. Here we go, the final video. Mike, I think you're going to love this one. I thought about you when we got it. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, this car just freaking drove into the fireworks place. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
Oh my God. Happy 4th of July.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm surprised
crazy.
Trump didn't blame that on Iran.
Yeah. That's insanity. Well, there's no coming back for that.
Okay. Well, it's been a great episode. Midnight, one more time. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, they can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com if you so choose.
We want to thank Donut. We want to thank Xavier Guerrero for jumping in the comment section. Mark might have been there as well. The Booker. Thank you guys. Go to samtripoli.com for all my dates, all my videos, all my everything. This video will be there. And it's been another great week, dude. The weeks fly when you're doom scrolling. Hope you guys have a great week. Be safe. Enjoy the 4th of July if you're in America. And we will see you next week. Thank you, Doomers.
Thank you, everyone.